Arion Curry's past comments are resurfacing, and fans believe those words connect directly to the Scotts and their so-called cover-up of Martell Holt's actions. Now, this isn't just light shade. We're talking about comments that are making people stop, rewind, and really start questioning what's been going on all along. Stick with me until the very end, because once you hear how the dots connect, you're not going to believe how deep this drama really runs. So let's go back for a second. Remember when Arion Curry did that interview where she was acting all nice, nasty? At the time, people brushed it off as Arion just being shady, but now those comments are starting to hit different. Fans are saying she wasn't just being petty, she was actually hinting at Martell being involved with other women. And when you piece that together with Maurice Scott and Marceau Scott's recent conversation, it all starts to make sense. Maurice and Marceau were caught laughing and downplaying whether Martell was even there during a certain situation, but viewers aren't buying it. They know Martell was there, and Arionne's comments from back then almost confirm it. Here's where the cover-up talk comes in. Fans feel like the Scotts, especially Maurice and Marceau, have been trying to protect Martell, or at least water down his involvement. But the problem is, Arionne's past words are like puzzle pieces that don't fit with the story Maurice and Marceau are telling. When Arionne threw shade at that other woman during the interview, fans are now realizing it was because she thought Martell had been with her too. That kind of reaction doesn't come out of nowhere, and it's exactly why people feel like Arrion was indirectly exposing the truth while the Scotts were busy trying to keep things quiet. And let's be real, this isn't the first time fans have accused Maurice and Marceau of covering for Martell. The Scotts have a pattern of laughing things off, cracking jokes, and pretending like they don't know what's going on. But viewers are smart, and they're not falling for it. The fact that Arionne's old comments are resurfacing right now is just pouring fuel on the fire. People are saying the timing is no coincidence. These clips are coming back around because they highlight what Maurice and Marceau don't want us to see. So make sure you keep watching until the very end, because we're breaking down exactly how Arionne's words connect to this so-called cover-up and why fans are convinced the Scotts are hiding more than they're admitting. Now let's not forget Melody Sherry in all of this. Melody has been working hard to distance herself from the drama, focusing on her kids and her businesses, but somehow Martell keeps pulling her name right back into it. And when Arionne's past comments point to Martell's ongoing mess, it indirectly drags Melody too, because people can't separate her from Martell's choices. Fans are saying this is exactly why Melody keeps her guard up, because even when she's silent, the mess surrounding Martell, Arionne, and the Scotts always finds a way to resurface. The truth is, Arion Curry has always been a wild card. You never know when something she said in the past is going to come back and stir things up all over again. And now, with Maurice and Marceau under fire for supposedly covering for Martell, those old comments are louder than ever. Fans are connecting dots, calling out contradictions, and demanding that the Scotts stop playing in their faces. At this point, the laughs and jokes aren't enough to distract from what's really going on. And the more these old clips of Arion resurface, the harder it becomes for the Scotts to keep denying or deflecting. So don't click away, because this season is only getting messier, with Arionne's past words echoing louder than ever, Martell. Stuck in the middle, and the Scotts facing heat for their alleged cover-up, the truth is bound to come out sooner or later. And trust me, when it does, it's going to change everything. Melody has been living her best life, and instead of getting caught up in the whirlwind of accusations and drama, she's making major moves and reminding fans why she's still the standout figure from Love and Marriage, Huntsville. Just today, Melody took to TikTok for a mega live session that had thousands of fans tuning in. And let's be real, this is exactly why she stays winning. While Martell, Arionne, Maurice, and Marceau are being dragged into messy conversations about loyalty, lies, and cover-ups, Melody was on her live laughing, glowing, and keeping things lighthearted with her supporters. She showcased her business ventures, promoted her products, shared moments with her kids, and spread positivity in a way only she can. Fans flooded the comments with encouragement, praising her for staying focused and not letting the noise of Huntsville drama shake her peace. The timing of Melody's TikTok live couldn't have been more perfect. As Arionne's old interviews and shady comments are being clipped and circulated, painting a picture of chaos behind the scenes, Melody was putting out a completely different narrative. One of success, independence, and joy. She's giving fans a masterclass in how to move forward despite being constantly pulled back into old wounds and conflicts. It's like she's saying, without saying a word, y'all can keep the drama, I'll keep my peace. This contrast is what keeps the fan base divided but also deeply invested. On one side, you have Arrion throwing shade and people speculating about what Maurice and Marceau knew regarding Martell's affairs. On the other side, you have Melody refusing to give energy to the mess, instead letting her work, her presence, and her happiness speak louder than any accusation or rumor ever could. And that's exactly why her TikTok live today hit different. It wasn't just a casual check-in. It was a statement that Melody remains in control of her narrative, no matter how much her name is tied up in the Scotts and Martell's drama. Fans in the comments couldn't get enough of it. Over and over, they dropped words like queen, unbothered, and protected, making it clear they see Melody as someone who has risen above the chaos. One supporter even wrote, "Arrion is stuck in the past, but Melody is writing the future." Comments like that summed up the energy perfectly. While Arrion is still dragging old wounds into the spotlight, Melody is on a completely different path, using her platforms to empower, inspire, and push her brand forward. What makes this even more interesting is how strategic Melody is being. She didn't mention Arrion, Martell, or the Scotts once during the live, but her silence spoke volumes. Every laugh, every smile, every product promotion, it was like she was saying, "I don't even have to address the mess because I'm thriving regardless." That quiet confidence only fuels the contrast between her and Arrion, who often takes to social media to vent or throw shade. And let's be real, the timing couldn't be better for Melody. With the season's drama heating up and Arion's resurfaced comments making headlines again, Melody's decision to hop on TikTok live and show her piece is genius. It shifts the conversation, it reminds fans who the true star is, and it proves that no matter how much dirt people try to throw her way, she always finds a way to come out shining.